So, I just came to the realization that I just thought of something crazy. That I use this perk just randomly, and it is actually the most underrated perk right now in DBD. And this is not clickbait. I am not joking you. This counters the current meta of killer. And if you're asking me what is the current meta of killer, it's these two perks right here. And before I say anything about this perk, I want to say I did a little bit of research, so I'm not trying to copy anyone's idea. If anyone said this before on YouTube or on Twitch, I did not realize. So if they did say this before, take this video into like maybe like a edition of why you should run this perk. So this one survivor perk counters both of these two perks currently in the meta. It's Scorch Hook, Pain Resonance, and the new buffed Dead Man Switch. So what do these two do? So basically there's four hooks. If the killer hooks a survivor one of them, it will pop the most gen with progress by 15%, and it will pull you off of it for a split second because it will pop in your face and it will reveal your location. With Dead Man Switch, when they hook a survivor, any survivor that stops repairing a gen, it will get blocked for 45 seconds. So you combo Dead Man Switch with Pain Resonance, they will pop your gen, you will be forced off of it, and it will be stopped for 45 seconds, and it will be popped by 15. And I will tell you, this one perk counters both of these perks. And if you're asking me, is it Object of Obsession? Is it some random perk that no one ever uses? In some way, they recently buffed this perk, and no one really understands the impact of it until you see this video. So it is not Dead Hard, it is not Iron Will, it is not Borrowed, it's not Decisive, this and that, this and that. Instead of them blocking the gens, you will be the one in control of blocking the gens. And the most underrated perk right now in the meta is Repressed Alliance. They buffed this perk to, instead of 60 seconds, it's 45 seconds to make it go quicker. Instead of them blocking the gens, you will block your own gen. So what does Repressed Alliance do? When you work on a generator for 45 seconds, you will have the ability to block your own generator for 30 seconds. So why on earth would you block your own gen? Well, you would block your own gen to, one, you would prevent the Scorch Hook from the 15%. You would prevent them from finding out your location from Scorch Hook Pain Resonance. You would prevent the 45-second blocking to only 15 seconds. Hey, editing Dark Hope here. So just to explain that real quickly. So Dead Man Switch, it's 45 seconds. If you block the gen for 30 seconds, when it's done being blocked by Repressed Alliance, there's going to be 15 more seconds for Dead Man Switch to activate. So 45 minus 30 is 15. And reduce it to only 30 seconds. So I should be editing a clip right now to show you what is going on. As you can see, as the survivor is getting hooked, I actually blocked my own generator, and you can hear in the distance, since I blocked my generator first before the Scorch Hook activated, it popped someone else's gen for 15 seconds. So I could have enough time to get the unhook, situationally go back to your gen once the 30 seconds are up, and you have now 15 seconds for you to get off the gen and then to block it. So this literally counters the meta. Just this single perk. It, in retrospect, prevents the 15% and revealing your location, and it only reduces this perk by 15 seconds. And they cannot see what generator, what's been blocked. Your teammates can see what you blocked instead of the killer. So if you are not using Repressed Alliance now, I suggest you use it, because this is a meta changer for survivors. So I forgot to explain what are there are two problems with Repressed Alliance, and one of them is if you're working on a generator with, let's say, a random, because the random will want to work on the gen and stuff, and if you know they have the scorch hook and you want to block it, you can't actually block the gen with another person on it. So you either have to signify like, hey, I want you to get off this gen. If they do, block it. If they don't, well, they kind of maybe screwed you in that sense. So that is one problem of it for solo queue. The second problem with it is if they don't have the scorch hook or dead man switch. If they don't have it, then you just blocked it for 30 seconds, but this isn't really a problem because I would rather take a 30-second blocking a gen than risking them from popping my gen for 15 seconds and knowing where I am. Because as killer, to get information and stuff is really helpful to me, like any amount of information on killer, so I would rather take my gen to be blocked for 30 seconds than a 15% regression and to know where I am, and plus a dead man switch on top of that. So I would not take the risk at all, and I would just pop it every time they hook someone if you have Repressed Alliance available. So the other thing is the impact if multiple survivors use this perk. If multiple survivors use this perk, my example that I show will not happen to another gen, because if two people block a gen with Repressed Alliance, and those are the only two gens that have progression on it, it will Scorch Hook will have no effect at all. So if all four survivors have it, and all of their gens have progression on it, Scorch Hook will be nullified, and Dead Man Switch will only have 15 seconds of time on it. So yeah, that is it. Thank you for watching the video. I hope this reaches a lot of people for the awareness. Thank you for watching.